The Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network is brought to you by UPMC Health Plan, official health plan of Pitt Athletics. GBU Life, providing life insurance, annuities, and community service since 1892. And by Pepsi. This is the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
And welcome to the GBU Life Campus View Club here at the Peterson Events Center. Jeff Hathorn with the head coach of the Panthers, Jeff Capel. Panthers host Syracuse Saturday at 2 o'clock right here in this building. Jeff, last few days of practice, how have things gone?
They've gone well. We're in a bye week, so we didn't play Wednesday. So we practiced Monday and Tuesday, gave the guys off yesterday, and then got back with our preparation with Syracuse today. So guys have been good. Practices have been good. They've been enthusiastic, pretty good energy. Think we're getting better.
What's the line between running practices hard and making sure you save legs and all of those things?
It's tough. It's really tough. And as a coach, you're always trying to find that balance. I'm not sure that I've gotten it right this year, to be completely honest with you. We are a team that we don't have a lot of depth. We have a lot of young guys that have to play for us. And so there's a fine line because there's a lot of teaching that we still need to do. But at the same time, we have to be fresh to play. And so you're constantly, at least for me, I'm speaking for me, there's a constant battle with me of I don't want practice to be too long. I don't want to wear them out, but we've got to get the right work in. That's why it's really important for the guys to show up with the right mindset. And what I mean by that is right now, practices normally are at the most this time of year, an hour and a half. That was today. And that's 2 days out. Tomorrow will probably be about 40 to 50 minutes and not a lot of contact. In that hour and a half that we do, everything that's on the sheet that we're doing is for preparation for the game. As a player, you can't have the mindset of, I just got to get through this drill. I want to get through this 8-minute segment. Instead, you need to have the mindset of, I need to get better during this 8-minute segment. When we have a collective group that has that mindset, then normally what happens, Jeff, is that I normally cut practice because we're getting it. Like we have a segment where it's 10 minutes. If I see it's going right, I may cut it in 6 minutes. And so you're getting out of there. But if I feel like we're not picking it up or we're not going at the speed or how we need to do, then that's, what tends to make it a little bit longer. In our first 2 conference games that we've played against 2 really good teams, Miami and Clemson are both top 35 teams in the net. Maybe higher. I saw something as I was walking in. I didn't really study it, but some new net rankings just came out. And in both of those games combined, we missed 15 layups. Last Thursday, a week ago, I wasn't at practice. When we got back from Miami, I got real sick. And we were off Wednesday. I was too sick to come to practice on Thursday. Didn't want to spread any germs or anything like that. I showed up for practice on Friday. I looked like it was back in COVID days. I had a mask on. I had gloves on. If we were on one end of the floor, I was on the other end. I just kind of stayed off to the side. But when I watched practice last Thursday, because they streamed it so I could watch it live in a shooting segment, just a breakdown, we missed 8 layups. And so that's what I mean. Like we collectively as a group have to have a better mindset, a more focused, disciplined mindset of the importance of practice and creating these habits where we can start winning some of these close games that we're in, just about every one of them.
Man, you gave me some bad COVID flashback vibes.
Man. Oh, gosh.
Of wearing the mask and standing back and having to watch things from a distance.
I still can't believe we played. You think about during that time, and I was talking to my wife about it the other day. Like, I remember going to the grocery store and full mask and gloves, and some people had the shields, and just what a time. that was. And we actually played basketball. I remember the first practice we had when they finally let us practice. They wanted us to practice in masks. And after about 15 minutes, I huddled the guys up and I was like, look, take the masks off, man. Because I thought like they were going to pass out because they couldn't breathe.
Right.
And when you think about that time and what the world went through, certainly here in our country, like I'm glad we're past that.
I remember being at games and there were no fans. We were allowed in, but we could hear every conversation.
Yeah.
Like on football, especially
that may not be good.
No, I'm sure the coaches weren't
said.
loving some of the facts that we were able to hear all of that. Since we last talked, Papa Conte has been ruled out for the season. I know he's been giving you some good minutes in games. How does that affect you, not just in games, but to what you were saying about practice and only having basically Cam and Kieran as
it affects everything. During Christmas break when we were away, when everyone went home after Penn State, I was, obviously taking a break, but in the midst of that break, I just started watching some games from earlier in the year. And one day I watched some of our old practices and I went back. It was the last day that we were holed. It was actually September 11th. And it was one of the first few practices that Roman actually practiced. He had finally gotten cleared after getting here and going through the physical and all the stuff like that. And we had DJ Steele, Deshaun Jackson, and Pop or whatever. And just going back and watching that practice, how good we were, how big we were, how physical we were, how good on both ends of the floor defensively, and everything as we put rosters together and put a team together, which is completely different from how it was 3 years ago. But everything that we had done to get to where we thought how we wanted to play and everything, that was the last day that we had that. Wow. Because that was the last day that DJ practiced and was with our team. And obviously Papa's injury is a huge injury for us. If you look, Papa, prior to his knee swelling up again and becoming inflamed, I think the last game that he was healthy was Bucknell. And he was a double-figure rebound guy, but his energy, he could protect the rim. He could score around the basket, and he still had some pop after that. He didn't play as much the next few games, and the reason was that he wasn't moving well on either end of the floor. And I think he got frustrated with the fact that he didn't play as many minutes as he had been previously. But it affects everything. It affects rotation. You have a guy, Kieran Mullen, that we recruited to redshirt. That was the plan because he was the fifth post guy. And now all of a sudden, you have to take that red shirt off and he has to play. It affects what we do in practice. We have 9 guys in practice. And 10 if you count Henry, who's redshirting this year. But there's not a lot of size in practice. And so it affects everything that we do. Obviously, we want Papa to be okay. That's our main concern, but it certainly is a blow to our team.
Can you use managers? Like, what can you do to try to?
We try to use managers. There are not a lot of big managers walking around, 6, 7+ managers. It was interesting. During Christmas break, after Christmas, I went down to recruit. I went to see 2 of our guys that we signed down in the Raleigh-Durham area. They were playing in a big tournament down there. And I was sitting next to a former guy that we worked together at Duke, who's the current head coach at Duke, John Shire. And one of their walk-ons, who they had scholarship players, had gotten hurt. And he was asking me, do you know of any former Duke players, big guys, that are out that can just come practice for 2 months? And I have no idea why. I'm actually thinking of names for him, like trying to help him. And like 2 days later, I look, and a guy that played there that transferred to Duke from Northwestern as a grad transfer, he's back, he's practicing. Now, I don't know how that's legal, but
who knows what's legal?
Who knows what's legal now? But so we're trying to figure it out on the fly. We got some managers that are jumping in there and doing a great job for us and practicing and helping with the scout team and helping out in drills like that. But when you're low in numbers, that's what makes how long you practice too, because you got 9 guys that are out there kind of doing every drill, and we're really short in the front court as far as depth.
All right, when we come back, I want to discuss what you were saying after the game Saturday about team learning how to win in these close games. That's next on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, who's that girl helping you with your draft picks?
Oh, that's my Clearview expert, Jen. What do you always say, Jen?
Diversify your lineup, just like your investment portfolio.
Yes! She's a genius!
Financial advice is closer than you think. Clearview, clearly different.
Hey, Pitt fans. At LB Foster Company, we innovate to solve global infrastructure challenges. Our technology and product-based solutions support both efficient rail transportation and public infrastructure. We work hard every day to help keep our world moving. If you'd like to join our team or want to learn more about us, please check us out at lbfoster.com. Thanks, and hail to Pitt.
At UPMC, we believe care goes beyond our walls and into our communities. That's why we support organizations and individuals who help people prosper by giving them skills and training for employment, including right here at UPMC. Because life-changing is providing people a chance to grow. Learn more at upmc.com/community impact. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Need a slam dunk snack for game day? Pitt Panther Paws are here to deliver, bringing hometown flavor with every bite. Buttery caramel, chopped pecans, a mini pretzel, and smooth milk chocolate come together for the perfect balance of sweet and salty, just like a buzzer-beating victory. From tip-off to final whistle, keep your crowd cheering with a snack made for champions. Available now at a Sarah's Candies retailer near you.
Post-Gazette sports reporters Noah Hiles and Chris Carter follow your Pitt Panthers like they're on man-to-man coverage. They're the best duo in the city for game summary, stats, and insider info for the Oakland Zoo and all fans. Catch the action on the North Shore Drive podcast and drop a line in their mailbag. And don't forget to follow coverage all season long in the Post-Gazette. Read about wins at the Pete and on the road from the preseason all the way to the ACC Championship.
Do you desire a career in the electrical industry, have a strong work ethic, and take pride in your work? Well, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Number 5 has immediate opportunities for you. Earn industry-leading wages and benefits, including health care for your family, retirement packages, continuing education programs, pathways for advancement, and so much more. For information, call 412-432-1400 or visit us online at ibw5.org today.
Mom, can you tell us a story about Ted?
There once was a Clearview expert named Ted who helped a family plan for their future ahead. As savings accounts started their journey to grow.
Financial advice is closer than you think. Clearview, clearly different.
It's the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
Panthers home to Syracuse Saturday at 2 o'clock right here on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network. You mentioned after the game the other day, you're seeing effort, you're seeing spurts, but it's about these guys learning how to win. How do you teach these guys, or what are some of the things you go through with these guys to get them from doing it part of the time to more consistently?
Yeah, well, you've heard me say after games this year several times, like we have to be better with competitive stamina. And what I mean by that is understanding, like, you have to compete and try to win every possession. And you can't carry possessions with you. So if you make a mistake, you miss a shot, you turn the ball over, you whatever, you can't carry that to the next possession. Like, you have to be able to move on, but you have to be able to have the discipline and focus to try to win every possession. What a young team or a team that's inexperienced, sometimes what happens with them is you can get a lead and you can feel like I can relax, or it's close and you can feel like, well, I can relax this play. And normally when that happens, especially the level of competition that we're playing against right now, that we will play for the rest of the season, and really for us all year, you can't take plays off. You have to understand the importance of every person in each possession. So if we're defending a ball screen, a lot of people may think it's just the 2 guys that are in the ball screen. It's not. It's all 5 guys. It's the bottom guy. It's the chip guy. It's the rotator. It's the the big that's in the ball screen. You've got to verbalize. You've got to be, we say, early, loud, and continuous. Call the coverage. And then the guard has to hear it. And when he hears it, he has to react quickly. He can't hesitate. He can't think about it. You have to be able to react. And so that's why the practice stuff is so important, because you're rehearsing that every day. I've shown guys before, clips of people performing on Broadway, people performing, different things. Like if you take someone on Broadway or someone that's in a play, like you think about it, they're normally doing 2 shows a day. They'll do an early afternoon show, then they'll do a night show. But they got to be on all the time because someone there is watching them. There's a great clip. We used this with USA Basketball when I did it. I remember one night sitting with Coach K and Boeheim and Tom Thibodeau and at that time Monty Williams, and we were trying to figure out, we were in a rut. This was 2014 at the World Cup, and it's late one night. We're in Spain, and we're sitting there, and it's late. We watch tape. Coach watched so much tape, so everyone is kind of on edge. And we're trying to figure out how to get our guys to understand the importance of walkthrough. That's because that's all we were doing there were walkthroughs and, whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I remember, because I don't sleep much, and so a lot of times I'm up late, and after I watch tape, I may be watching something on YouTube or something. There's a great clip. It's an unbelievable clip of Beyonce in the dressing room. She was performing on American Idol, and they have her husband filmed her, snuck and filmed her, but she's rehearsing in the dressing room. And she's just sitting in a mirror. They're doing her makeup. She's rehearsing. Her background singer's over there. But, Jeff, you would have thought that she was out there in front of millions of people. And so I thought about that, and I was like, hey, there's this great clip, and we showed it. And the video guy sliced it where it's showing her in the background in the dressing room with all these people around her, family, friends, and then kept slicing it to showing her out on stage doing it. And it was just like, you got to sing your song the correct way all the time. That's what the really good ones understand. Like when your practice is rehearsal, and how do you rehearse? You can't go through the motions when you rehearse because you're trying to make it a habit. And the quicker we can get where those habits become, second nature to us, that's when we'll start winning these close games. And these 2 games that we've had, like I said, if we make layups, if we make free throws, and if we get a rebound. Like I told the guys today before we started, I said, I want all of you just to think about something because we're close. Like in these 2 games, we played 2 really good teams. Both teams are undefeated right now in the league. If each of you just do one thing better in these games, if you rebound, if you get a 50-50 ball, if you make a free throw, if you make a layup, if you defend the ball screen right, we probably win these 2 games. Now, notice I didn't say anything about scoring except making a layup, because what these guys put their value in is scoring. And if they're not scoring, or if the ball's not going through the basket, I mean, we see them like they'll have meltdowns on the sideline, when we bring them out the game. And so just getting them to understand that. I feel for these young guys now. I do. It's a very different time. And so I'm empathetic to them because they have pressures that are very different. And what I mean by that is money, social media, and money that they're getting, money that they could potentially get, and then the money that people are doing betting. If we're being real and being honest, and that's the thing, and the viral stuff that they get and the pressure that they can feel from family, from agents, from different things like that. And so trying to be understanding of that, but trying to get them to understand and to see the game through our lens and not having so many people in their head messing them up.
How often is a mistake where a guy's like, man, I so want to go make a play. I go out here, but I needed to be here. So now the other guy's out of position.
Yeah, that happens. And again, you heard me say after the game, our guys want to win and they want to be good. And sometimes you can want something so bad that like you'll try something that maybe is not conducive to the other four guys out there. You know, you panic. You know, you're trying to get a steal where all we got to do is play a good, solid possession defensively. You know, it's a 4-point game and we come down in transition and we should drive the basketball because it's a 2-possession game. If you score, you put game pressure on them. And if the play I'm talking about, we tried to shoot a 3, it gets blocked. Where if you drive it, because the whole court's open, you scored and there's 39 seconds left. You have time where if you get a stop, you know, you put me in a position, okay, it's a 2-point game. Do we foul in this situation? If a bad free throw shooter catches the ball, then we'll foul, or we can play this thing out. But instead we panic. And so that's what I mean, the competitive stamina, the discipline in those situations to be able to make those plays.
So much that goes into it.
It's so much. It's so much. A lot of people think you just roll the ball out. There's so much that goes into it. And look, I think every coach, and I don't expect anyone to understand or whatever, I'm empathetic to coaching and to coaches because I know how much every coach pours into what they do. I grew up with it, so I saw my father do it every day. And then I guess reluctantly I got into it. This is not something I thought I would do when I was Roman's age. But as I got older and my playing career came to an end, I was around my dad and his team, and I fell in love with it. I think most coaches are trying to do the right thing. You're working hard. You're trying to put your guys in a position to be successful. But the job is difficult, and it's more difficult now even than it was 3 years ago because our landscape is drastically changing, and there are no rules, there are no guardrails for it. And so, again, these young people are hearing stuff from so many different people. And what you're trying to get them is to understand you need to see it through our lens. We're with you every day. Your agent, your parent, your whomever, they're not at practice. They see you at games. And so see the game through our lens, understand it through our lens, and understand what we're trying to get you to do. And you can have success and we'll have success.
All right, coming up, we're going to talk to one of the newest additions of your staff. Billy's going to join us and talk about his role and thoughts on being here in Pittsburgh. It's the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network. Welcome back to the Jeff Capel Show here at the GBU Life Campus View Club at the Peterson Event Center on the University of Pittsburgh campus. Still waiting for students to get back, so it still seems kind of weird this time of year, but it won't be much longer. Hopefully they infiltrate in. So they're here by 2 o'clock on Saturday as the Panthers host Syracuse. We're joined by Billy Hubley, who's the Assistant Athletic Director of Scouting. It's your official title. How would you describe your role here at Pitt?
Probably like all of my roles everywhere else. Kind of call myself a utility man. I've been blessed to have the opportunities to kind of learn a little bit of everything that goes into a program, from the operations standpoint. Video, obviously, that's where I got my start. And then my tail end couple of years at South Florida, because of the relationship I had with Coach Gregory, he put a lot of different tasks on my plate that I was able to expand my coaching role. He gave me a lot more trust to come up with game plans and help with the game plans and things like that. So just tried to bring that here, do anything that the staff needs, the guys need. So what
a foundation for you.
Yeah.
I mean, to have an opportunity to see all the different things that go into being a coach.
Yep. I had to do. We had some staff changes at South Florida, maybe my second or third year there, and we were down a Brian Regan, Dobo. So I was doing all the video stuff and the operation stuff, travel. So doing all the game planning and then turning around, making sure the food's there, flights ready, buses ready. So it was a lot, but again, I was blessed with the opportunity to do it. You really can't learn it until you're thrown into it. You can try, but unless you are doing it, you don't get that experience, you know.
How much are you still involved in video? That part of it.
Here?
Yeah. I know
A
Robert
lot.
does a lot of that.
Yeah, Rob helps me out a lot. Rob has been awesome because he takes away all the stuff that I don't want to do with the video, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
good to have somebody like that.
Yes. And he's so willing to do it, and I trust him, and he does a really good job. Really, the main stuff that I do with the video is the opponent breakdown and scouting.
So how do you put together a video that's long enough, but you make sure it's not too long and it gets to the key points that you want players to see?
Got to know your head coach, you know. Got to know your team, and he has a great feel. Coach Capel has a great feel for the team. So, you know, the years past, some edits might be a little bit longer, some might be a little bit shorter, but, you know, trying to keep them around 6 to 8 minutes is pretty much what Coach wants. And between that, you can get a good amount of information in those. And it's really just, you can't take everything away. You can't show them everything. You don't want to overload them. But through watching it and all the statistical stuff that we get through the companies and the softwares we have, you can paint a pretty good picture of 3 things that you really want to try to focus in on. And then from those 3 things, you know, you'll have a couple things that go into each aspect of that, but it's really just 3 things.
We're joined by Billy Hovley. What's the emotion like when you see guys look at it and the light goes on? Like you can see them understanding what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing that we're trying to do right now. We're trying to get them to do. You know, it's a lot of teaching. My first year here, we were blessed with some guys that had been here, were a little bit older, and kind of picked some things up a little bit quicker. But each team's different, and you know, that's what's fun about coaching is you get to try new things and what works, what doesn't work with one guy, what works with the one team. So you know, I think we're close to figuring out everything that we need to do and getting them to really grasp what they need to learn.
We were talking about the impact of technology with Jeff. How much I think you started Georgia Tech, correct?
Yeah.
How much has that changed in just, a decade or so that it's been of what you can provide players now through video?
A good amount. A lot of the same staples are there that you use, like in the softwares and things like that. But the biggest thing is you can get it on their phones now. So you can send personnel clips so guys can watch their matchups on their phone. You can send the scout to their phone. So for the players, you didn't have that opportunity with an app on their phone. It was all paper, or, hey, come into the office, or I'm going to grab you and we'll watch it now.
Or, hey, I got another play I want to add. Look at this one.
Yeah. So like our video playbook is all up on the app, so it's all drawn up so they can see it or watch the video that we did in practice.
And our final one, Billy, what really enticed you to doing this as a career?
I was around the game. I love the game of basketball. A lot of my coaches growing up and the people that I look up to and who are my mentors, all were coaches, and just the impact that they had on my life. I want to be able to do that and help guys do that, and help them grow. It's more than just basketball. The life lessons that it teaches, having to deal with adversity, having to fight, show up every day. Those are things. Yeah, and relationships. It's just something that you're always going to have, and because life doesn't get any harder. After this, it gets way harder. I got 2 kids. It doesn't get any easier.
Are they into it? How old are your kids?
Yeah, my daughter loves it. My daughter just turned 3. My son turns 1 on Saturday. So my daughter, whenever
I've
they
seen her
can
running
get here,
around.
Yeah, whenever they can get here, she's. It was funny because Clemson was shooting a free throw late game, and I could hear her screaming up in the stands, "Let's go Pitt!" So it was pretty cool she loves it. They watch every game, and we're at home. She'll be cheering. My wife will send me videos, but yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. Billy, thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. When we continue, the freshman who dropped 28 on Penn State Roman Cialeppa joins us next on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
As on the basketball court, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win with your financial goals. Their financial advisors use a proven wealth optimization system with a focus on retirement distribution strategy and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jks-financial.nm.com.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to serve up brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. As a proud sponsor of Pitt Athletics, PNC digs your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout Pittsburgh, all ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association.
GBU Life helps you make 2026 your year. Whether it's boosting your well-being with the Optimity Wellness app, pursuing education through scholarships and grants, tackling important tasks like your will with LawShore, or giving back to your community through matching programs. Discover how GBU Life can help you, or if you're already a member, unlock these benefits at gbu.org/new year. GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Third-party services mentioned in this ad are available at no additional cost for eligible members. GBU Life is not affiliated with these third parties.
Need a slam dunk snack for game day? Pitt Panther Paws are here to deliver, bringing hometown flavor with every bite. Buttery caramel, chopped pecans, a mini pretzel, and smooth milk chocolate come together for the perfect balance of sweet and salty, just like a buzzer-beating victory. From tip-off to final whistle, keep your crowd cheering with a snack made for champions. Available now at a Sarah's Candies retailer near you.
We believe healthcare should treat the whole person and the whole community. At UPMC, we aim to do just that by partnering with organizations that help bring fresh and healthy food to the people who need it most. Because life-changing is caring for you before you ever walk in our doors. Learn more at upmc.com/community impact. UPMC. Life-changing medicine.
Hey Pitt fans, at L.B. Foster Company, we innovate to solve global infrastructure challenges. Our technology and product-based solutions support both efficient rail transportation and public infrastructure. We work hard every day to help keep our world moving. If you'd like to join our team or want to learn more about us, please check us out at lbfoster.com. Thanks, and hail to Pitt.
It's the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
Panthers, 2 o'clock against Syracuse on Saturday. We're joined by freshman Roman Cialeppa. Am I getting that right?
Yes, sir.
Because I know earlier we had some issues with that. And
yeah.
I think it was your sister that was like, hey, you got to tell them we're messing that up.
Yeah, no, she was getting a little upset about that, but it is what it is.
How do you like it in the United States so far?
No, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, it's a big sort of transition, but it's not too different once you sort of find your feet, find a routine, and go by there, so it's good.
I feel for you in the fact that you left winter to come to winter, so you kind of messed out on most of summer.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad because Brisbane's hot all year round, but yeah, it is pretty much a shock when you come here and it's negative Celsius. So yeah.
But today was nice.
Yeah, today's good.
Today was nice. Let's start with how you got here. What led you to coming to Pittsburgh, and can you tell us about? We've heard about your relationship with Lamar Patterson, the former Pitt player.
I want to say it's owe a lot to him. It's the reason I'm here. So basically, just played a semi-pro league with him, and he was sort of telling me to go to college and stuff like that, and I was just like, nah, probably not. I want to stay here, stay home. But once my agent sort of opened my eyes up to the college atmosphere, it was pretty surreal. So obviously having the guidance from Lamar, I see him as like an uncle. Yeah, it was pretty helpful. So that's pretty much the reason I'm here and how I got here.
So what has that impression been like in some of the places you played in crowds, and you played in a couple of rivalry games with West Virginia and Pitt already?
Yeah.
Or Penn State, rather.
Yeah. most of my career, I played in some big crowds, but nothing like this. So obviously, the first game against OSV is a little bit of a shock, but then you sort of get used to it. But the bigger the crowd, the better the occasion. So I'm always up for it, and I'm always willing to play in bigger crowds, and I love it, that sort of thing.
It's the first time you've just been basketball. You were a rugby player for your whole life. How was that transition, and how much do you miss rugby?
I miss rugby a little bit, just more sort of being able to just get mad and, go tackle someone or something like that. So that's always,
probably not a good idea here.
Yeah, for sure. But transition's been pretty good. Obviously, I'm just trying to develop my game as much as I can, buy into everything that's going on here, and just level up day by day.
Is there footwork or things you take from rugby that helps you in basketball?
I think vocally, like in rugby, you have to be screaming, you have to be yelling everything so everyone can hear you on the field. So I think that carries over here and helps me a lot. Other than that, I think just sort of like quick twitch movements, things like that, but not too much other than that.
What do you think of American football?
American football, I mean, you guys wear pads, but it's still entertaining to watch. It's pretty cool. I never really sort of watched a full game until I came here and watched the college football, but no, those guys are pretty intense, so it's good to watch.
Are the crowds like that for rugby, like they are for football here in the United States?
Yeah, I'd say they're a little bit more violent back home, but yeah, it's similar.
All right, when we come back, I want to ask you how much you love Hershey, Pennsylvania. Plus, we'll talk about hoops in Australia and some other things with Roman on the Jeff Capel Show here on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Thinking about selling your home? With RE/MAX Select Realty, you're not just getting an agent, you're getting a powerhouse team backed by the #1 name in real estate. Our proven marketing, expert negotiators, and cutting-edge technology mean your home sells faster and for top dollar. Trust the brand with global reach and local expertise. When it comes to selling your biggest investment, don't settle. Select the best. RE/MAX Select Realty, official real estate partner of Pitt Athletics. Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally, choose UPMC Health Plan. At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to serve up brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. As a proud sponsor of Pitt Athletics, PNC digs your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout Pittsburgh, all ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association.
Do you desire a career in the electrical industry, have a strong work ethic, and take pride in your work? Well, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Number 5 has immediate opportunities for you. Earn industry-leading wages and benefits, including health care for your family, retirement packages, continuing education programs, pathways for advancement, and so much more. For information, call 412-432-1400 or visit us online at ibw5.org today.
Need a slam dunk snack for game day? Pitt Panther Paws are here to deliver, bringing hometown flavor with every bite. Buttery caramel, chopped pecans, a mini pretzel, and smooth milk chocolate come together for the perfect balance of sweet and salty, just like a buzzer-beating victory. From tip-off to final whistle, keep your crowd cheering with a snack made for champions. Available now at a Sarah's Candies retailer near you.
It's the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
And welcome back to the GBU Life Campus View Club here at the University of Pittsburgh at the Peterson Events Center. Roman Cialeppa is joining us. And Roman, do you like Hershey, Pennsylvania? You got a thing for Hershey, Pennsylvania now?
Not really, but yeah, it was pretty good game. Good to play in front of that crowd and just at the end of the day come up with the win.
What was that? People talk about being in a zone, but what was that game like for you offensively?
I think just trusting in my work that I was doing prior to that. I think I've had a major shift in terms of working a little bit harder and trying to work on my game even more. So going into that game was, I guess, a good reminder that once I get in that zone, I could sort of contribute more than I thought I could. So it's good.
Do you feel like it kind of hit you and you've gone through that? Meaning like you played so much basketball that it may have gotten to be a little bit, and now you've gotten through that. Like you hear people running a race and you get to like mile 20 and you're really fatigued, but once you get through that, you're doing well. Have you had that happen to you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've had games where I haven't played as much and games where I've played more, but I think at the end of the day, I just stayed ready. I trusted in the coaches, whatever their plan was their plan, and one of those games they trusted me, so I had the hot hand, and I think that's a big sort of thing we have in our team. Like whoever's got the hot hand, keep going to them, and everyone's going to back each other. So it was good.
Or you had to have met your teammates virtually, right? At first.
No, I met them when I got here.
So that was when you first really met them.
Yeah.
What's it been like being with these guys?
For me, I got 2 sisters, so I always wanted a brother, and now I got 10, 11, 12 of them. So now it's been pretty cool. I look up to the seniors, and the other boys, they're my brothers, so it's been good.
What do you tell your teammates about Australia?
I say it's hot all year round. It's a perfect holiday spot, so go through.
Trying to work a team trip.
Yeah, something like that would be good. Yeah.
What's the thing that you miss most besides your family? What's the thing, whether it's food or something that you miss most about home?
Yeah, probably just the food. I have all my local spots I go to, like literally on repeat. Like Monday I'll go here somewhere, whatever. But here it's more like fast food and stuff like that. So it's a bit hard to navigate around that, especially when I'm trying to lose weight. But yeah, it's been good.
Is there a food that you first tried here that you've fallen in love with?
No, really.
What's basketball like in Australia? Like, is it intense? It seems like it's fairly popular, especially when around Olympic time with what the Aussies are doing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely growing. It's pretty competitive. I don't know. I think it's the same everywhere, just a little bit different with the rules and stuff like that. But now it's definitely competitive.
All right, I got asked by a couple of people saying that you were going to be on the show about your hair.
Yeah.
What led to the change?
I think it sort of like touching on that race again. Like I think I was at a point where I was like, need some change. Like why not just cut my hair? So cut it, and it's been good.
Easier to deal with?
Yeah.
Final one, Roman. What is a sport at Pitt outside of basketball that you really come to enjoy?
Definitely volleyball. I guess back home it's sort of big, but nothing like here. So I guess going and supporting the women and what they were able to achieve, it's definitely inspirational in terms of us trying to get to where they got to or further. So it's been pretty good.
Does your jaw drop at some of the things like Olivia and some of them can do?
No, it is crazy. I feel like some of them could dunk and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Probably. Roman, thank you for taking time. We appreciate it.
So thank you.
When we come back, Jeff will rejoin us here on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
At Giant Eagle, we believe in better, and that includes finding more ways to help you save. Because finding a good deal is everyone's deal. Because every dollar and every moment counts. Because value you can count on is priceless. On sale this season at Giant Eagle, you'll find lower prices to the end of the year on favorites like Honeycrisp apples, Oreo cookies, eggs, and more. Giant Eagle, because it matters. Limited time only through 12/31/25. Prices and participation may vary.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Post-Gazette sports reporters Noah Hiles and Chris Carter follow your Pitt Panthers like they're on man-to-man coverage. They're the best duo in the city for game summary, stats, and insider info for the Oakland Zoo and all fans. Catch the action on the North Shore Drive podcast and drop a line in their mailbag. And don't forget to follow coverage all season long in the Post-Gazette. Read about wins at the Pitt and on the road from the preseason all the way to the ACC Championship.
Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally, choose UPMC Health Plan.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
To the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
Panthers home to Syracuse, 2 o'clock Saturday here at the Pitt. City also buzzing about the home playoff game on Monday. Do you get a chance to watch the Steelers? I know you're pretty busy this time of year.
Yeah, I do. I'll make some time, kind of take a break, or I'll watch tape during the game, whether it's us or an opponent. But I try to make time to do that.
Wouldn't it be nice to bring in like a 42-year-old point guard that could still play?
It would be great, man, to have to be able to get somebody like that, or to get one of those big physical dudes to come in and help us.
He's been amazing.
He's been amazing, man. I mean, the biggest thing, obviously, the talent. You knew that was there. You knew the mind for the game and the love and the passion for it. It was just, can you keep them upright? And they've done a great job. I mean, I think. I know he's much maligned, but Coach Tomlin has done an unbelievable job, he and his staff. And when they would hit rocky patches, one of the things I've always admired about him is that he doesn't panic. He believes in what they do and how they do it. And I think the mark of a really, really good coach is you see how the guys fight for him. And those guys fight their butts off for him and for each other.
Is that consistency what leads to what we see? And I mean, talent obviously is important, but what I'm saying is when the coach is confident in what they're doing, how much does that rub off on guys?
It can rub off on them a lot, especially I think more so at that level as opposed to our level. At that level, they've already made it, so they don't have as many things in their ear like guys at our level do. But certainly when you have a coach that's accomplished like Mike has been, but then certainly someone that's incredibly confident and a great communicator and that doesn't panic, and that shows up, that's steady every day. I'm pretty sure from everything you read and you see and you hear the players talk, he's the same every day and really believes in what they do. And, they've been pretty consistent. You can say there are a faction of people that may say consistently bad or consistent whatever, but, I think a lot of franchises would love to be able to be in contention for a playoff spot every year, because when you make the playoffs, then you got a chance to win the thing. And I marvel at the job that he does every year. And this is my 8th year here, so the 8 years that I've been here, to see it up close and personal, to have a chance to talk to him, to visit with him, and to see how he's steady throughout amidst all the noise. And the noise seemed to be a little bit louder at one point this year than it has at any time since I've been here. And to see how he maintained poise and all of that, I truly admire it.
Ever steal one of his sayings?
Not knowing that I was doing it. Not knowing that I was doing it, but after I said it, then someone pointed it out to me that, hey, this is what he said. My brother sent me a clip. It was funny. This was a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know when Mike did this. I think this was an old clip, but he showed a clip. My brother sent me a clip, and I guess they were getting ready for a big game, and the players talked about how he turned the lights off, and he played Phil Collins in the Air Tonight, and he wanted him to do it. And that one got me emotional because my dad used to do that.
Really?
Yes. And my dad was a head coach when Mike was in school. But before when my dad was a coach at Old Dominion, this is when I knew that he first did it. But when they had a big game, I remember the first time I saw him do it, they were getting ready to play for the championship of their conference tournament. And it was the night before. You come in for a meeting and they think they're going to watch film. And he was like, I'm going to turn the lights off. And I want you guys to close your eyes. And that song came on, and they just sat in there, and he talked, and so I saw Mike did that. So I said to my brother, well, I wonder if he stole that from Daddy, but pretty cool stuff.
When we come back, we'll take a quick look at Syracuse as we continue on the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Do you desire a career in the electrical industry, have a strong work ethic, and take pride in your work? Well, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Number 5 has immediate opportunities for you. Earn industry-leading wages and benefits, including health care for your family, retirement packages, continuing education programs, pathways for advancement, and so much more. For information, call 412-432-1400 or visit us online at ibw5.org today.
GBU Life helps you make 2026 your year. Whether it's boosting your well-being with the Optimity Wellness app, pursuing education through scholarships and grants, tackling important tasks like your will with LawShore, or giving back to your community through matching programs. Discover how GBU Life can help you, or if you're already a member, unlock these benefits at gbu.org/new year. GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Third-party services mentioned in this ad are available at no additional cost for eligible members. GBU Life is not affiliated with these third parties.
Post-Gazette sports reporters Noah Hiles and Chris Carter follow your Pitt Panthers like they're on man-to-man coverage. They're the best duo in the city for game summary, stats, and insider info for the Oakland Zoo and all fans. Catch the action on the North Shore Drive podcast and drop a line in their mailbag. And don't forget to follow coverage all season long in the Post-Gazette. Read about wins at the Pitt and on the road from the preseason all the way to the ACC Championship.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to serve up brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. As a proud sponsor of Pitt Athletics, PNC digs your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout Pittsburgh, all ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association. Hey Pitt fans, at LB Foster Company, we innovate to solve global infrastructure challenges. Our technology and product-based solutions support both efficient rail transportation and public infrastructure. We work hard every day to help keep our world moving. If you'd like to join our team or want to learn more about us, please check us out at lbfoster.com. Thanks, and hail to Pitt.
As on the basketball court, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win with your financial goals. Their financial advisors use a proven wealth optimization system with a focus on retirement distribution strategy and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jks-financial.nm.com.
It's the Jeff Capel Show on the Pitt Radio Network.
All right, in our last 45 seconds here, Syracuse is here 10-5 on the year. Have you gotten a feel for what Adrian does with his
teams? Yeah. 10-5. They beat a really good Tennessee team. Their best player is back. He's just played 2 games. Donnie Freeman, he was out for a while. Played against Clemson, rusty in the first half, really good in the second half.
27 points.
And then he goes down and kills Georgia Tech the other day. Really talented guy. Very athletic team. They've been really good defensively this year, primarily man-to-man. So it'll be a great challenge for us.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Good luck to you. Pregame will start at 1:30 with Bill Hillgrove and Curtis Aiken. Our thanks to Billy and Roman and T-Bird and Jeff. It's the Jeff Capel Show here on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.